Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my chocolate clutch bag. If only clutch bags were made of chocolate, wouldn't that make the end of an evening just worthwhile? Anyway, this cute little clutch bag is simply just, it is a simple card. I haven't decorated it massively. I've just added a bit of bling here and there. I have got, I don't know if you can see, some sparkle glimmer paper going on there, which I love, but it's simply got a block of chocolate inside, super thin, which means that your box can be super thin, but I think this probably would house a normal size chocolate bar as well, a Galaxy or Dairy Milk, something like that, but I think these are slightly longer, but anyway, you'd have to check. So yeah, super slim, super simple, but just a lovely little gift to put in a stocking. And I've been a bit contraire and I've used lovely lipstick, and for this one I'm going to use Call Me Clover. So I'm going for a brighter Christmassy one this time. So dead simple. To make this then you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 9.5 by 9 3/4 inches, which randomly in centimetres is 23.5 by 23.5. I don't understand how it can be, but it is, trust me. So on the long side, so for us it's 9 3/4. If you're using centimetres, pick a side because they're both the same, it's relevant. So on our long side, which is our 9 3/4, we're simply going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 8 3/4, and 9 1/4, and in centimetres it will be 1, 2, 21.5, 22.5. We're then going to rotate it clockwise, so we now have two horizontal score lines at the top and 2 at the bottom, and we're going to score at 2, 2.5, 6 and 6.5. And in centimetres it will be 7.5, 8.5, 17.5 and 18.5. Okay, so as usual we're going to fold and burnish. Obviously if you wanted to stamp tone on tone or anything like that, you do it before you do your scoring, just so you've got a nice flat piece of card to work on, and then you'd score your lines and then fold and burnish them. Oops. Okay. And then we're going to do some cutting. So your thinner piece will be at the bottom. Okay, so you've got a thin panel, your main panel, and then your top panel. Okay, so the bottom panel, second vertical score line, cut to the little squares and cut away. Okay, so we're going to do that for both sides. Cut to there and across. So we're actually taking away the 2 corners. Okay, I'm going to rotate it round now so that that thin part's at the bottom. I'm going to do exactly the same with the top, all the way down, but I'm actually going to go past the first horizontal score line and cut away at the top there. So I'm going to do the same the other side, not quite as neatly that time, and across. So you should be left with this, 2 little squares, 2 long, nothing here, nothing here. Okay. So the next bit we need is your 2 little squares at the bottom. We're going to cut down that one, cut down that one, cut that one away, and then create our little tabs here. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly the same the other side. So we're cutting vertically, getting rid of the furthest one, and then making wedges out of the sides. Okay, so again, now we have this. The next stage is to fold this over, put your chocolate bar inside because it always helps to use as some resistance. Fold your front up, make sure that they're sat together nicely, so this is all flush, this is all square. With your pencil, just very lightly mark on the inside of this piece here. So if I just bring that up, you can see how I've just marked just there. Okay, do exactly the same for the other side. So make sure we're all sat nice and square. Pencil mark there. Okay, so what I now want to do is with my scissors, I'm going to cut from the score line on the inside down to the pencil mark. So you've just cut a small angle from either side. Okay, so again, when it folds over, it slopes inwards. So now we need some adhesive. So my lovely tear and tape, tiny, tiny little square on these little tabs. And again, the reason I've cut them this way, if you recall from previous videos that I've done, if you have them coming out this way, okay, so if it was coming away from the base here, it would have to stick to the top, which means when you're sliding the chocolate in, it will keep hitting them. If you cut them this way, they're flat on the bottom, so it won't affect the chocolate sliding in. That's why I always do them that way. Okay, so chocolate on my mind now. Adhesive on your two little tabs, and then you also need some adhesive on here, but you only go up to where your pencil line was, so you don't go all the way up to the top. So I see the pencil line and I'm literally a millimetre or two underneath, so just put that on there and then we can make this up. So I'm going to take the backing off there and fold it into the bottom and just press it, and then this exactly the same, fold it over, make sure it's lined up and just press it down, and then the same this side. So do your little tab first, just tuck him in, make sure he's flat, and likewise with this little insert here, just make sure that everything lines up, press it down, and now you can see why you didn't want the adhesive going any higher. So I'm now going to pop my chocolate in and fold my lid over. Okay, so that's that part done. I've got some of the beautiful Call Me Clover gross grain ribbon here, and I'm simply going to wrap the chocolate up, and I just sort of did the I crossed the chocolate over. Let's turn it round so that I can do my super bow. We'll see how well this goes. So you need to try and pull this ribbon quite tightly so that your bow will stay tight, and although it's crazy sized, we can adjust that slightly. Okay, and I'm just going to slide it just so it sits on the cross of the ribbon. Trim off those tails and then just decorate it now. So I have the beautiful Happiness Blooms enamel dots because they have all of our in colours in. I have my basic rhinestones, and I have my Itty Bitty Christmas. I was really torn. There were so many options with this. I didn't know whether to go with No Peeking Till Christmas. Oh, what yum, because it's chocolate. Very Merry, Believe, there was just options, but in the end I went with Very Merry because I actually quite like that. Where is it? There it is. So Very Merry, and then my Call Me Clover ink pad, scrap piece of Whisper White here. Oh, and now the cat's woken up too. Fabulous. Stamp my, oh crumbs, oh no, I've just put my nail in it too. Bear with me a second, I have a green thumbnail. You see it? Green ink, so I'm just going to quickly wipe that off before I get it everywhere. Shush, pussycat. We don't need to hear you as well. The dogs are enough. 1 1/8 inch scallop circle, just to punch this out. So that's that bit done. Oops. Oh, I know what I forgot. I always forget this. It drives me crazy. The detailed corner trio to round off these corners. Forgot to do it. Let's quickly take... I always forget, but the good thing is with this is that it's flat enough so you can actually do it whilst your chocolate is still in there. Ta-da! So don't forget to round your corners. I'm so rubbish, I always forget. And now the fun is getting the ribbon right as well now. Oh, crumbs. Okay. I'm having a complete moment now where I can't even remember what I'm doing. Okay. There we go. That's it. I've got it now. No, I haven't. Ah, wait. That's it. Oh, crikey. Right. I'll sort the ribbon out in a moment. I just want to get this bow tied so I can decorate. There we go, look. Don't panic too much. Okay. Right, that'll do. I'll just take a tiny bit off that again. Ooh. Okay. So there's my ribbon, my rounded corners, my Very Merry, and I've also punched one of the sparkles already with the sprig punch, but I want a lovely lipstick because we're all about coordination on this one. So I have my glue dots and just a simple one on the back of here. I always try and sort of gently sort of curve them so that they don't sit proud on any of the packaging. So again, another one on the ones that I've done with lovely lipstick. Just a gentle curl, as I say, just to stop them sticking proud. And actually with Very Merry, I used glue dots on this too, simply because dimensionals would have been tricky because they sit over the base and it would have been a bit awkward. So I just went with glue dots that would sit on top of that quite nicely. And then with my Happiness Blooms enamel dots, I'm going to go for a medium one just down here, a large one over here, and then my beautiful basic rhinestones, just a couple on here and one there, and I think just one more just there. And that is my chocolate clutch bag. Lovely little stocking fillers. I would be pleased to receive one of these. Hope you like it. Have a fantastic day and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.